Ava.
And I am Trudy.
And we are forecasting for the month of January 2014 for Aries.
Welcome, Aries.
And Aries, we have your symbol right here, which is a branch with buds of fire.
Because you are the Queen of Wands.
You are the Queen of Wands.
So hold on to your britches because we're getting ready to give you some ball-dropping predictions for the month of January 2014. And welcome to the new year.
Yes, well, let me put your symbol down.
And we'll be doing a 4-card spread.
Yes, and the first card has to do with the overall mood or energy of the month of January for you, Aries.
And as I'm shuffling,
Yes.
we'll do a little bit of a last month's recap.
Oh, it was interesting for you last month because you, Aries, were the domestic goddess.
Yes, all the way through the holidays.
And very fertile.
Right, and we said you might want to stock up on that birth control.
That's right, because you were extremely fertile last month. And either births or conceptions that is physical or new ideas, you were pregnant with them.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And you were Martha Stewart incarnate.
Yeah, which is kind of unlike an Aries.
Very much unlike an Aries.
But we're going to see what comes up for you. And as you know, we do a 4-card spread. The first card is the overall environment of the month.
Yes, let's see what comes up for you, Aries. Let's see. Oh,
The Hermit.
Yes. The Hermit is one of my favorite cards.
It is the God card.
It is. I'm a yoga teacher
Yeah.
by profession. And so I am literally the Hermit.
Yeah.
And what the Hermit is a beautiful card because the Hermit, through all his or her experiences in life, has come to a certain level of wisdom and light. That is an understanding, a sort of enlightenment about something, whether it's just generally in life, but they feel that they know something. And that's what the light represents in the lantern, holding up the lantern for other people, using your experience in life to guide not only other people around you, but yourself.
That's kind of interesting because, you know, we've got things going on right now. Nelson Mandela just passed away.
Oh, yes.
Nelson sort of shed a light
Oh, he
upon
did.
what could be. And it's very interesting because I've been sort of listening to the news and they're speaking of how individuals change history.
Oh, absolutely. It's always just the few who are inspired by, I happen to think we just call it the good.
Right. So history isn't really, as Henry Kissinger said, changed via movement. It's changed via individuals.
Individuals and their ideas and their faith and belief in their own ideas. And this is what this card represents. Having absolute faith in yourself and in your own wisdom.
And thereby changing history.
And yes, changing your personal history and even contributing to the global history as well. Because we all do.
And it is January.
We make the history, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time to do that.
All right. And the second one.
Ooh, Queen of Pentacles.
Pentacles.
In the position of challenges. So, as you well know, Aries, you are a Queen of Wands.
Yes.
This is the Earth Queen, the Queen of Pentacles. So, that may be your challenge this month, is to take on the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles. Be a little more grounded.
Less impetuous.
Yeah, you can be very fiery, but you can burn out.
Right. And be methodical.
Yeah.
Be
This is an upright queen.
but she has good sides too. Be sensual.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Be appreciative of that which comes from the earth, nature.
Yeah.
Take counsel from nature is your challenge.
Good card.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the third position, the position of the unexpected.
The unexpected. Let's see what happens, Aries.
Ace of Swords.
Okay.
in the inverse.
In the inverse.
Which is, that's pretty,
All right.
pretty interesting.
It is. So, there's some sort of idea, inspiration, intellectual concept that you've been working on that unexpectedly has more, is more difficult to manifest than you had expected. So the interesting thing is that you're presented, you definitely feel charged with a new idea, but you don't know how quite to implement that idea unexpectedly.
It's a thought.
It's a thought.
Thought you can't quite get your,
You can't
can't
quite grasp
get a
it.
grip on it.
Right.
Okay, so in the third position, I'm going to trade with you here.
Yes.
Okay, I do better this way.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to touch the cards.
I know that she's very tactile.
I am very tactile.
Right.
Okay, so in the third position, in the position of the unexpected, going for, it's very important to an Aries to have these little wins along the way in their mind, you know, to these little victories
Incentives.
along the way, little victories along the way. So to me, what I see here is the unexpected is not having these little victories along the way. And I'm not exactly
That's
sure
very
yet
interesting.
what that means.
Yes, intuitively I understand what you're saying and it feels right.
Yep.
Yeah, so sort of disappointment that things aren't manifesting the way that you want them to immediately.
But it's a small thing
But
because
it's
it's
a minor
unexpected.
outcome.
It's like within the month. You're
Right.
you know, these little victories aren't coming along, but overall, you are like a force.
You are a force to reckon with.
Right, and you have a good sense of you have a long-term, you can see far, you know, because that's sort of the hermit. The hermit has the ability to see within
That's
the
it.
darkness. He can like envision where he's going, even in the dark, and on his own.
Well, they're, if anything, they're forthright.
Mm-hmm.
They meet a challenge head on,
Mm-hmm.
and challenges may be a little bit more, maybe even intellectually challenging than you had thought as well. You know, some sort of intellectual challenge is
Right.
presenting itself
Right.
to you. It might be,
It's internal though.
it's internal, but you're being challenged intellectually.
Yep. Okay.
So,
let's see what the end of the
End
month
of
brings.
the month brings the
Yeah.
Eight of Cups,
In the
ta,
upright.
in the upright.
Ooh,
So-
that goes back to Eight of Cups is the minor arcana hermit card.
Oh,
It is the walking away from, the giving up, the and sort of leaving certain things behind to gain other things.
yes.
And then that would be, you know, it's a cup card.
Well,
So
something's done. You're done emotionally with something.
Mhm.
It's spent. And you are walking away from that emotional,
disappointment.
well, it's not always disappointment because you see, they're all erect right behind, the cups
Yeah.
have been built. So you've built some emotional ties, some emotional structure with relationships behind you, and now you feel that you've done that, and it's time to move on. So you may be even leaving a relationship. Maybe you're leaving a secure family environment and launching yourself out into the world.
Right.
But something is done. Some emotional part of your life is done.
Yeah. So it looks like faith.
Faith.
It's a month for faith.
Oh yes, and it's a deeply spiritual month for you.
Mhm.
And Aries aren't as reflective as other signs are, but for the month of January, you're going to find yourself a little more meditative than usual.
And seeking spiritual things.
Right, seeking
Maybe
spiritual
a
things,
spiritual
and your challenge is to become practical in your daily activities, to be very, very practical. Take one step at a time.
Because this spiritual path is going to help you in that area.
I think so too,
Right.
yes.
Not look for sustenance in the past.
Yeah.
Leave that
Something
behind.
in the past has to be left behind.
Yep. So, good job.
Good job.
Proud of you. And we will see you next month, Aries. Come
Yes.
back and subscribe, share, and visit our site, virtual WordPress. Virtual
Tarot
And-
dot wordpress.com.
Right. We'll see you
It's a
there.
little complex. Yes. So thank you, Aries.
Okay.
And see you next month.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's it.